Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Welcome, guys. I got this here so I can see your comments and stuff. Welcome to the Jean Marlo Davis show. Woo! For 2021. This is our first show this year, and I'm so excited. And I guess you know what, Bruce, I didn't sit. Can you adjust that for me a little bit, like my hair? I don't know. The camera a little bit. Am I coming off good, Bruce? Because it looks like it's over my head. Is that good? Okay. Bruce is adjusting the camera. All right. Welcome to the Jean Marlo Davis show, which is about information and inspiration to impact the nation. It's about having total prosperity in every area of your life. We're talking about mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, and relationship-wise. Today, we're going to talk about the Debt Eradicator Program. I've just been having in my spirit, let me get a little sip. This is the year of paid in full. And I mean that two ways. This is the year of being paid in full, and this is the year of paying everything in full. There should have been some things that you learned when 2020 hit, and it was some things that I learned, some things that I paid attention to, and I want you to pay attention. I don't want you... There's something in the good book that says a fool and his money soon shall part. I don't want you to be a fool with your money. I don't want you to be worried about money this year. I don't want you to be worried about debt, worried about where you're going to live, worried about a stimulus, worried about, where that check at, worried about if you're going to be laid off from your job, worried about what's going on at the Capitol, what's going on at the White House, who's in the White House. I don't want you to worry about none of that. Because, guys, what you want to operate in is faith and intelligence. You want to have, I would say, three things: faith, intelligence, and work. I am a person, I don't get into all the politics. I don't get into all that. I look at what am I necessarily can put my hands on, what can I control, what can I work with, what can I change. We, my husband and I, what can we change? And the first thing is understanding Monday, if you missed the show, when I go back and edit, I'm going to have to edit this weekend, so please forgive me. If you come back and do the replay and you don't see the link, just go to Jean Marlo Davis and look for Money Madness, which was the first Monday of the new year of 2021. But I'm going to put the video here where I talked about making the grade, knowing your economy. I talked about financial statements. I talked about what you need to put on your financial statement, what you need to look at. I put it right there. I'm going to put the video there. I'm also going to put the video link down below so you can look at it. I'm going to also give you some resources. That's what you're going to start noticing down below in the description of our YouTube. Those who are on Facebook, you have to go to youtube.com/ Jean Marlo Davis, and you'll see these resources. Also, please make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, you hit the bell when you go to YouTube so you can get all the juicy updates. If you're on facebook.com/ Your Wealth Creator, guys, please like the page. Please like the page. Please share the broadcast. Please make sure you invite some friends. Let me turn this down because I want to make sure that we have no interruption. Okay, so listen. I want to tell you before I really get into this, because it's not going to take me long, but I just want to give you the gist of how we're moving in 2021. I said it on Money Madness. I want to say it on the Jean Marlo Davis show. We want to be effective without being eternal. So the show can go anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. If it's something that's really deep and we got guests and we know we're going to go a little longer, we might go an hour. Normally the show would be an hour, but what I want to do this year, I'm practicing on making sure that I get to the point. We got things to do, places to be, people to see. We got to execute some game plans. And I want to make sure that when I'm on here with you guys, that I don't take your time for granted. I want to make sure that I take your time and make sure I make it worth your time when you join the Jean Marlo Davis show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Money Madness, or both. Money Madness is on every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the way we want to do this thing is we want to make sure that our shows are between 30 to 45 minutes. We're going to put resources down in the description for you. We're going to give you other videos that will help correlate with what we're talking about. We're going to give you references, referrals, whatever you need, because we want to make sure that this show is all about information and inspiration to impact the nation. You know our goal is to impact 1 billion lives or more by God's grace, and we can't do it without you. So we're asking you in 2021, please like, please share. Please leave a comment below. Let us know how we can serve you. If you think that whatever we share, if you think that, you know what, oh my God, my friend, my family, my colleague would benefit from this, please share it. Please like it. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to our channel, guys. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We need your help. We can't do it by ourselves. And I promise you to keep you entertained, edutained, and inspired on these two shows. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Today we're going to talk about the Debt Eradicator Program, and I hope let me see what's going on. Is it on the screen? Bruce, if you can, put the form on the screen while I explain. Now, I said to some people who were, on my Facebook post and Instagram posts, I said, make sure you have, and the email list, I said, make sure you have pen and paper. It's just very, very important for you in this day and time to follow instructions. So, Bruce, I need you to save that, and I need to print that out with the TWC logo, Bruce. Let's give it up for Bruce. Woo! I got the best producer in the world. The best. Okay? Hopefully you guys can hear me good. Can they hear me good, babe? Okay. So we're talking about getting out of debt. One thing that I noticed, this is not the time to be on people unnecessarily, going out there getting car notes just because inventory is sitting. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of emails. A lot of emails and letters coming in telling you pre-approved. Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the trap. Because, you got to think about, I even talked about this on one of the shows, that so many different things are pulling at your money that you may not be paying attention to. We talked about subscriptions that you may have to so many different apps that you may not be paying attention to. Then you got to take care of your mortgage or your rent, your insurance, your life insurance, your health insurance. You got to take care of your utilities, right? You got to have insurance for your car. And if you go out here and you keep adding to your plate, then you are definitely working from paycheck to cash it. Not paycheck to paycheck to cash it, because you know it's gone before you get it. We want to make sure that this is the year that you really you really focus on your finances, on increasing your financial IQ, on making sure that you get rid of the unnecessary debt. I call it the bad debt. Bad debt, guys, is liability. It's not making you any money. Good debt is going to make you money. Example, you have an apartment complex, a 16-unit apartment complex. You got a mortgage on it. That's good debt because you got tenants in there paying rent. That's an example, okay? So let me read to you. Bruce got the Debt Eradicator Program. While I'm reading, it would behoove you to go ahead and write these. Get a piece of paper right now. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get a piece of paper right now so you can look at and you can draw. All you need is a white sheet of paper to follow along. Now, those who request it later on, I can send it to you via email. But right now, for this example, you just need a white sheet of paper and, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw 7 lines going down and maybe draw 5 lines going across. So 7 lines going down, that's going to take you A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you want to follow what I got on, it's right there on the YouTube. Those who watch the replay, just pause it and you can draw this out for yourself. But let me explain what the Debt Eradicator Program is, and you could be drawing this out, okay? Hold 1 second. Okay. So the Debt Eradicator Program is designed to terminate all your debts quickly. How fast? Quickly, right? Consumer debt or bad debt should be eliminated to free up cash to invest and to reduce financial stress. The Eradicator Program works by focusing all your available cash towards one debt, which quickly eradicates the debt. You will then have the former payment of the debt to add to your available cash to eradicate your next debt, and so on and so on and therefore, okay? Our system is unique because we can immediately increase your available cash by tax savings through your home-based business and savings through financial education. Using this system can provide an opportunity to turn 400 to 500 monthly into a $1 million state. Okay, follow the steps below. So I created a program. I want to make sure that I have this right here, and just stand by. Let me see if I have it already pulled up, because normally I have it pulled up for you, but if not, I'm going to find it for you. Hold on. I think that's what it is. Let's make sure. Okay, so I created a training. Okay, and let me make sure, is that what? Yeah, and I want to click on it. Thank you for being patient, but I just want to always make sure that stuff is right for you because I value you. Okay, let me make sure this is correct. It may not be. I'm gonna put it down below because that price is not right. Oh, I got it. I forgot about that. I forgot I updated this thing, babe. Yes, let's see if it's in there. And it still got the deals there. Y'all stand by. I got you covered. I just want to make sure this tax program is here for you. Let's see. Go here. Yeah. Okay. There it is. There it is. I wanted to make sure I sent you to the right thing. So let me just write these down right so you can access this thing. Okay, good. Okay, so the program, the Debt Eradicator Program, what it does is take an extra, we help you to adjust your W-4. Let me just read it. Estimate how much extra cash you can come up with to apply to your debt monthlies through tax savings. Recalculating your W-4, adjusting your W-4 from your home-based business and good sources to get cash. Try to do 10% to 50% of your monthly income. Now, we created something called the Give Yourself a Raise program. This program shows you that when you have a home-based business, you're in business with the intent to make a profit. This is going to go together with the Debt Eradicator Program. This is what's going to help you to get the extra 500, okay? Or 3, 4, 500, anywhere between that or more. We created Give Yourself a Raise program. That program, as an XRS auditor, I walk you through and show you how to adjust your W-4 legally, ethically, and morally. Okay? Fill that sucker out, turn it into HR tomorrow, and it shows you how to give yourself a raise in your paycheck. Now you will get you find out from your HR when will those changes take effect. You must have a home-based business because that's the reason why you're adjusting your W-4. If you don't have a home-based business, no problem. I'm going to walk you through all that. You're going to have one today, and then do step 1, step 2, and step 3. We're going to help you with all that today. Okay, so once you have a home-based business, you're able to adjust your W-4, and you're like, Jean, I don't know how to fill it out. That's why we created the Give Yourself a Raise program. I walk you through it. It's on sale right now. It's normally $200. It's $49. I have not changed the price. It was supposed to be for the new year. I mean, for, what was it, Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that. And I just kept the price because I want to help so many people. I hope you sincerely understand that I want to help a lot of people, okay? So that's where the extra money, because the people ask me all the time, where's the extra money going to come for me to apply to the debt? It's going to come for us adjusting your W-4. So you want to go, number 1, step 1, you want to sign up for the Give Yourself a Raise program. You can go to thesedeals.gr8.com. That's THESE. I'm going to put it down in the comment when I edit. THESEDEALS.GR8.com. These deals are .great.com. You're going to see different programs there. You want to go down to the where it says IRS Tax Scoop, Give Yourself a Raise. You want to click on that one and register for that webinar so you can know how to fill out your W-4 to turn it in tomorrow or Monday. But I walk you through it and I show you legally, ethically, and morally how to give yourself a raise, okay? And that's the first thing that you want to do. Now, if you don't have a business and you're saying, Jean, I need a business, I don't know, I want to make some additional income, you need to go really to twcuniversity.com. twcuniversity.com. You can become an affiliate, and that is considered a home-based business. We'll talk about that another time, but you could go to twcuniversity.com on your own. Okay, so now, step 3 is about getting out of debt, okay? Now we have given ourselves a raise. We have a home-based business. We now have an extra $300, $400, $500. Let's just say for this example, we got an extra $500 a month coming in our paycheck, whether it's every week, every month. We're not going to take that and go out there and get some doodads like TVs and big screen TVs and video games and all this craziness, another car note. We're not going to do that. We're going to be disciplined because you were not counting on that money in the first place. We're going to now take this money and get out of debt. So what I did, if you look at, it tells you to list your creditors in column A on the eradicator form. Now, column A should say creditor's name. Remember I told you, let me make sure you guys can see me. I told you to make sure you make that list. Okay? And Bruce, so kind, so sweet, he already did it for you. There we go. Very good. So he already did it for you. So you should see it up there on the screen where, let's just go over here. Creditor's name is A. You list your balance for B. Minimum payment is C. Debt quotient, we'll explain it in a minute, is D. E equals payoff priority. F, terminator payment, and months to termination. Okay? Now, let's go over this. It says, step 2, list your creditors in column A on the eradicator form. To save us time, I already made some credit. You can do this at a later time because I want it to be true to you. I don't want it to be fake. I want you to really put your creditors down, but I want you to be able to do this when you have time. You don't have time right now. Right now, we're just going over it so you can know, and you can please go back and replay if you need to. But this is to help you get out of debt. So, okay? I listed Wells Fargo, and these is just made up stuff that I came up with. I said Wells Fargo, 150,000. Okay, well, let me just list. I'm going fast, so let me list the thing. Wells Fargo, the first creditor. Car note, credit card 1, credit card 2, and then I'll put something like rooms to go for the last one. Okay, so it tells you now, step 3, list the total balance owed on each debt in column B. So B, remember I said, is the balance. So I said for Wells Fargo is 150,000, card note 40,000. This is all for example purposes, okay? Credit card 1, 10,000, credit card 2, 15,000, rooms to go 12,000. Okay? Now, list the minimum payment. Step 4 is now you got to list the minimum payment for each of those creditors. So I put for Wells Fargo, the minimum payment is 900, card note 600, credit card 1, 300, credit card 2, 400, rooms to go 330. Okay? Now, so I just want to make sure what we have done so far. We listed the creditor's name. Let me back up all the way to where it says extra terminator cash. We got an extra $500. Jean, where did that $500 come from? It came from us being in a home-based business, legally, ethically, and morally, because we're in a business with the intent to make a profit. Now we can download the W-4 from the IRS.gov website, print that sucker out, and we can fill out the W-4 and give ourselves an extra $500 or more money. Gene, I don't know how to fill out that W-4. Ding, ding, ding. No problem. We came up with the Give Yourself a Raise program that an ex-IRS auditor, myself, showed you legally, ethically, and morally how to adjust your W-4, give yourself a raise, know your tax law, all that stuff. And I gave you the website. I said D's, T-H-E-S-E, deals, D-E-A-L-S, R-A-R-E dot gr8.com. So these deals are .gr8.com. That's going to show you, look for the one that says to Give Yourself a Raise program. Go through it. Fill out your new W-4. Turn it into human resources. Find out when it's going to affect your paycheck. Boom, now you got the extra money. Now you're ready to rock and roll. Okay? So what we did after that, we went ahead and list creditors. I made up 5 creditors for you. I want you to put your creditors down. You may have more than 5 creditors, but I just want to give you this example, make it clean for you, make it simplistic so you can follow it when you do it yourself. Then you put the balances of those creditors. And then the next thing on C, we put what the minimum payment was due. Now, the debt quotient is what it's asking for now. Okay, divide each debt balance in column B by the minimum payment in column C. This will establish a debt priority quotient. Okay, once you get that debt priority quotient, list the quotient for each debt in column D. How do we do that? So, with Wells Fargo, 150,000 divided by 900 became 166 as the debt quotient. 40,000 divided by 600 became 66 as the debt quotient. I put this in D. The credit card 1, which was 10,000 divided by 300, that's 33. Credit card 2 is 15,000 divided by 400, that's 37. And rooms to go was 12,000, which divided by 330, it now becomes 36. I'm dividing the balance with the minimum payment. That gives me the debt quotient. Okay? So B divided by C is going to give you D. Write that down. B divided by C is going to give you D. All right? Now, what we have to do, step 6, is now we got to prioritize each debt for paying off by placing a number in column E beside each debt. The debt with the lowest quotient should be first. The next lowest quotient should be second, and so on. So now, when I divide 150,000 to that 900, the debt quotient 166, the payoff priority is number 5. How do you know that, Jean? Because the number 1 priority is going to be the lowest. So when I go look for the very lowest first. Let's just do it that way. I look for the lowest. The lowest one was this 33. That was the first credit card. So that's going to be number 1. The second debt priority is going to be the next lowest, which was credit card 2, because it was, sorry, hold on, lean with it, rock with it. That's incorrect. Let me fix it. Because that's 36. So that's number 2. That's number 3. Okay. Now, so credit card 1 is the first one because it's 33. Then when I look at rooms to go, it's 36 as a debt quotient. It's going to be number 2. Credit card 2 is 37. It's going to be number 3. Card note 2 is 66. That's the next lowest one. That's number 4. And the last one is the house, the mortgage, which is 166. So again, you start off with the lowest quotient. That is what's going to give you the payoff priority. In this example, the debt quotient was 33 for the credit card 1, so I put 1 there because it's 33. And then rooms to go was 36, so that became 2. Credit card 2 is 37, became 3. Card note 66 became 4, and the last one is 5. So it's going to be Wells Fargo 5, card note 4, credit card 1, 1, credit card 2, 3, rooms to go, number 2. Okay, so now we know the payoff priority. Where it gets exciting, I'm going to read it and then I'm going to give you the example. Add the extra cash, the $500 that we got from adjusting our W-4. You're going to add the extra cash to the minimum payment of debt 1 to establish an eradicator monthly payment. List the new eradicated payment by debt 1 in column F. Add the eradicated payment in column F for debt 1 to the minimum payment for debt 2 and to the minimum payment for debt 3. So let's just take it slow. So we know that, and I'm going to do it to a couple of examples. We know the first debt we see from the payoff priority in my example is the credit card 1 because the debt quotient is 33. It's the lowest. So when I look at that, my monthly payment is $500. My monthly payment for credit card is $300. So I take the $300 plus the extra $500 plus $500. Jean, where did that $500 come? If you haven't been following me, go back and replay. But it came from us adjusting our W-4 and getting that extra money in our paycheck. Over withholding is nothing more than an interest-free loan to the government. So what we're doing is saying, hold up, Uncle Sam, I want to be able to keep my money. I'm running me a home-based business. I want to now take this money and use it for myself. That's what you're doing. So now, because I have that extra $500, the monthly payment, I'm going off of debt quotient number 1, which is the credit card, which the monthly payment is $300. I'm going to put $300 plus $500, that's $800. So my new terminator payment in F will be $800. Okay? Now, this gets fun. So now, instead of paying $300 a month on that credit card, I'm paying $800. Let's look at how long it takes to pay off that debt. So it's originally $10,000. Move 10,000 divided by, what's that, 800? So it's going to take me 12.5 months to terminate if I paid that $800 a month. It's going to take me about a year and a little bit of a month, right? To go ahead and pay off that debt. Well, how did I determine that? I took 10,000 and divided by 800. And that let me know that I'm going to be able to pay this debt off in 12.5. Where did I put 12.5? I put it on the month's determination. Now, when I'm still making my other payments and things of that nature, I'm still making it. But for this example, let's go to debt number 2. Debt number 2 we're looking at is rooms to go. It's $330. So we got $330. And now we have freed up $800 because we paid that off in a year. We put that extra $500 a month on with the minimum payment that was required, and we determined that we paid that off in 12.5 months. Okay, so now I'm able to go ahead and take that extra $800 and apply it to debt number 2, which is rooms to go. So now 800 plus the 330. Now I'm paying 1130 a month. So I already eradicated the credit card. The credit card is eradicated. Now, mind you, this is just example because you probably say, well, if I'm paying every month and I pay for 12 months, when the other debts be going down to? Absolutely. But I'm just using this as an example. So let's just pretend that's just where it went down to, okay? But absolutely it would be lower if you're making your minimum payment each month on all the debt. But for this example, let's just pretend that this was the low month. Okay, right? All right, so now you got 1130 as the new terminator payment. You're paying that every month. So let's look at the bill is 12,000. That's the balance divided by 1130. I should be able to pay this off in 10.6 months, in a little over 11 months. I should be able to pay this off. So you can round it off and just say 11 months, okay? And the other one you can say 13 months, all right? So 10 months, I should be able to pay off that rooms to go. Now, let's go to the next one. The next debt, so we don't pay rooms to go off. We're still making our monthly payment on all the bills, but we have eradicated the credit card 1. We have eradicated the rooms to go. Look at this. Okay, so now we're looking at credit card 2, right? That's the next one. It's 15,000. So our minimum payment is $400. Now we got that 1130 because we're not taking that extra $1,130 and going out here like we finna go party. No, we're being disciplined with the money. Plus the 1130 now. Let's add that up. 400 plus 1130. Now we got a juicy 1530. So our next debt, we're paying $1,530. Let's look at how long it's going to take us to pay off that $15,000 debt, which is probably going to be 10 months. A little 9.8, 10 months. So 9.8, you're looking at 10 months you have paid off that. Do you see how, if you can just, and we haven't taken any money from other bills or other responsibilities, we're just taking that extra $500 that we're getting from adjusting our W-4, we're getting out of debt, and we're earning money, whether it's learning how to build our business, whatever it is, we're growing, but we're eradicating this nonsense. Because when you owe, you are a slave to the lender. So we got to stay focused on this, and you can do this. Okay? So it took us 9.8, let's say 10 months, to now knock that out. So we don't knocked out, 3 debts. Now, we look at the next one. The next one is the car note. You got a $40,000 balance on that. It's requiring $600 a month. So we say 600 plus, now we're looking at 1530 because we take the last thing that we paid off. We got now available $1,530. So let's make this happen. So it's $1,530. That's what we got, the terminated payment, plus the car note is originally 600. So we say 600 plus 1530. That now we're going to pay $2,130. That's our monthly payment. We're being disciplined. We already knocked out those other three, and now we're going hard after this. So now we look at 40,000 divided by 2130. We pay this off 18.77. So let's just say 19 months we don't pay it off. Instead of 64 months. Instead of 64, 72 months, we pay this car note off in 19 months. A $40,000 car note, 19 months. That's less than 2 years. You're eradicating. All you're doing is being disciplined. You can do this. 2021 is called paid in full. You're going to be paid in full, and you're going to pay stuff off in full. We're not going to be a debt to the lender. We're the head and not the tail. We're the lender, not the borrower. You hear me? We're from above and not below. Don't get me started now. God darn, don't get me started. Okay. Last but not least is this mortgage. So we have eradicated the car note now in 19 months. Eradicated the credit card in 13 months. Eradicated credit card 2 in 9.8 months. Eradicated the rooms to go in 10 months. Might as well say 11 months. We are kicking ass and taking that. So I'm going to round things off. I'm going to say 13. I'm going to say 10. And I'm going to say 11. Rounding it off. Okay? Now, we look at the next one is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo minimum payment is $900. The mortgage on that is $150,000. It was the last one. We now have a free surplus because we knocked out all the debt now. We have a free surplus of $2,130. So when we add this up, $2,130 plus already the minimum payment we're paying $900, that becomes $3,030. Let's put that down, $3,030. Now we're going to divide 150,000 divided by, what's that? 3,030. We pay this off 49.5 months. Let's just say 50 months. How many years is that, babe? 12, 24, 36, 48. That's a little over 4.1 months. So let's just say 4 years. 4 years. You have paid off a $150,000 mortgage. I don't care. Let's say you had a mortgage let's say you had a mortgage it probably would still be 4 years or 5 years because the payment would be higher, right? The minimum payment would be higher. And the debt quotient that you have from all that paid off. So still, I just showed you how to pay off a mortgage in 4 years by being disciplined. You don't have to sit up here and waste your money. So let me look at this. Hold on. Let me add this up. So we're looking at let me add up these months. 49 plus 19 plus 13 plus 10 plus 11. I'm adding up the months. So that's 2. So that's 102 months. You divide that up by 12, right, babe? That's 8.5 years. Babe, out of debt completely 8.5 years. Hopefully you're gonna be here 8.5 years from now. But that doesn't, I'm just giving you an example. That paying off your mortgage in 5 years, paying off the car note in 19 months. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's like a year and 7 months. Paying off the credit card in 1 year. Paying off the other credit card in 10 months. Paying off the furniture in 10 months. See, this takes discipline. It takes discipline. And you don't have to pay a mortgage off. See, what I've noticed with a lot of people is they go and they get back in trouble because they'll go refi the mortgage, putting their child through college, and then the child graduates or don't graduate and don't even go into that field that you don't went in debt over. They're not even interested in it. It's just a piece of worthless paper that you want to burn in the fireplace, right? When you look at, I want to get out of debt, you can do this quicker if you have more money. What if you have more than $500 a month? Let's say you start making money in your business and you say, baby, we can do this faster. Let's dedicate. I wish I had the time to show you, if you had an extra $1,000 a month, how you would cut the numbers down in half. Instead of being 8 years, it would be 4 years. 4 years, babe. You don't paid off the mortgage, you don't paid off the car note, the credit cards, the furniture bill, and now you have that extra $3,030 from this example to do what with it? To invest, to get into real estate. Several ways you can get into real estate. We can teach you that, where you can own, don't even have to have a mortgage, and you can earn money with Airbnb every day. We can show you how to do that. We have a webinar that we did that, and we can show you, and I'm going to put that webinar down there, but I don't want to get you off track because I want you to stay focused on what needs to happen. When you now got the extra money, now guys, you can go ahead and get into the game of investing, and you can breathe freely. I remember my mentor said years ago, he said, if you got to scramble, beg, plead, scratch your head, cry to buy a house, he said, you can't afford it. It shouldn't be like that. If you can't pay that sucker off, then you shouldn't go get it. I like another mentor of mine said, lease where you live and buy, how he said, rent where you live and own what you rent. Lease where you live, meaning that wherever you're living, rent that out. But go out here and buy some property that you can rent out. I'm talking about starting with 16 doors, 32 doors, whatever, small apartment units, quadplex. I'm talking not no single family. Single family, unless it's in a good area and you can Airbnb that sucker out, that's the only way I would see to do that. But if you got the objective is to get into multiple doors. Write that down. You want multiple doors. And so a lot of times, I talked about this on the other show. I talked about a lot of times we have money, but we waste the money. And if you're not tracking the money, that's the reason why I created, I had the financial, it's still here. When I had the financial statement that I went over income versus expenses, assets versus liabilities, having you to write down all your income, having you to write down all your expenses, what your assets are, what your liabilities are, and giving yourself a grade and seeing, where am I? Do I know what my economy look like? Am I on point? Or I'm just going along, getting along, hoping that, hey, look, they get that capital situation fixed, Bruce. So I can worry about this stimulus, because if you call the IRS right now, they can't help you. They divert you right back to their website. The banks are telling y'all, hey, look, if you're calling about a stimulus, we can't do nothing about it. So, let me drink some water, because I'm going to wrap this up. But I want you to hear me when I say this. You know, a lot of people are looking at what's going on at the Capitol, what's going on in the world, and it's not a problem to be informed, right? It's playing chess, not checkers. You want to be informed. You want to know what's going on so you can know how to move accordingly. Am I right, Bruce? Right. You want to be informed. But being informed and being inundated is two different things. Then people get on social media, they start, expressing and getting diarrhea of the mouth and putting all that stuff out. That's fine. But listen, here's what I say. What are you? I don't even like to use the word control, really, because we found out in 2020, we really, even a little small control we think we have, we don't. But what can you manage? That's a good word. That's a good word, right? What can you manage? Okay, I can manage to work out. I can manage to eat right. I can manage to go to work. I can manage to start my dream, to start working on things that's going to bring money into my home. I can start working on goals and aspirations and things of that nature. I can go after my dreams. I can start managing my economy, getting out of debt, lowering my taxes, getting out of debt, and creating generational wealth. My mentor taught me that years ago. Lower your taxes, get out of debt, and create generational wealth. It is my right as a taxpayer to pay the minimum taxes due. That is my right. That's Article 1 from the Publication 1. Your rights as a taxpayer. You can request that. You need to know your rights. You need to know your rights. And so that's my right, that I can lower my taxes to the legal minimum. I can go ahead and eradicate debt. I can take that money and start investing in myself. And I don't have to. I just showed you how you can get just with this right here, a $3,030 stimulus a month. Huh, babe? I just showed you how to do it. I just showed you how to get out of a mortgage and pay off a mortgage in 4 years, 8 years, whatever. 8 years, or if you put 1,000, an extra 500 to it, hey, 1,000. You can get out in 4 years. Show you how to eradicate all this debt in 4 years. You can do that by being disciplined, but it takes everybody being a part of the team. It takes everybody. This is when it comes into handy to have the multiple bank accounts, 10% for savings, to pay yourself, investing, what we call the storage. You can use your charity and then 60% to go to other things. You might say out of that 60%, I'm just going to take this amount and I'm going to make this the amount, my eradicator amount, plus the money that I'm going to get extra in my paycheck, so I can go ahead and get out of debt, because I'm sick or tired of just working to pay bills. Somebody say something to me down below in the comments. Say, Jean, I agree with you. I know that is people out here that is sick and tired of working to pay bills. This is not what you said you wanted to do when you was a kid. This is not what you said you wanted, the type of life you wanted to live when you was a kid. This is not it. And so what happens? You go within yourself because you feel like you're not in control. You're worrying about everything outside your house, not inside your house. You're looking at what's going on over here, what's going on over there. Oh my God, what we're going to do? Who's going to ride in on the white horse and save us? Well, when you get off this broadcast, I want you to go upstairs in your bathroom. It's got to be a mirror in there. And who's going to ride out on the white horse and save you? I want you to look in the mirror, because it's going to have to be you. Regardless of what's going on in America or all around the world, it's going to have to be you. You're going to have to take faith, intelligence, and work and make it happen. Faith, intelligence, and work. That's what it's going to have to take. No need of getting in fear. There has always been wars and rumors of wars. And the guy on the news went and told us, he started explaining that this ain't the first time the Capitol has been infiltrated. Ain't that it, babe? He went down history and broke that sucker down, and they recovered. And these people recovered, and still things happened, and new presidents came in, and presidents went out, and different things, and people protest, and people march, and this stuff is perpetual. It continues to keep happening. But then I just discovered that the Tesla dude just became the number one wealthiest person in the world. He has bypassed the Amazon guy. While other people are in crisis, other people are in increase because they understand. You've been on this planet how many years? 30, 40, 50 years or more. You should have been on scene a lot. You should already know the games. You should already know the politics. You should already know this stuff. It's time for you to take control of the reins in your house. You be up on that white horse and you save your family from being in poverty, from worrying about how they're going to make it, how they're going to eat. I don't even want to talk about that. I'm going to come back and talk about that maybe Monday, because I've been watching these documentaries and people being hungry in America, hungry in the wealthiest country in the world. You got people in America who can't eat. That is sick as hell. That don't get me going. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at how can I be blessed to be a blessing to solve these problems that's in America. And when you're looking at certain things, your question should be to yourself, how can I solve it? And if you can't solve it, look at how you can and what can you solve. And the first thing you got to do, baby, the first thing you got to do, charity starts at home. You got to look at your economy. You got to look at what's going on in your house. You got to know your grade. You got to learn how you can go ahead and stop this frivolous spending, putting yourself further in debt. That now you're arguing with your husband, you're arguing with your wife, and now you're thinking about splitting because of money. Money should not be the reason why you get a divorce, because that means somebody don't have the balls or the gall to step up and say, you know what, we got to take immediate and massive action, baby. We got to look at where our money going. We got to contact a coach or a mentor, and we got to get our shit in order. There don't make no sense for you to be fighting over money. Money should be the last thing. Fight to hold your marriage together. How about that? If you ain't getting your butt beat and craziness, fight to hold your marriage together, and you can get the money together. Trust me on that one. So I don't got off my soapbox. This has been the Debt Eradicator Program. Go back and play it. Make it according to what your bills are. Play it over and over and over again. But guys, you can get out of debt. You can get out of debt. The 3 things that you need right now. Number 1, if you don't have a home-based business, you need a home-based business. Go to twcuniversity.com. Scroll down, put your name and email in, and then go to the next page and watch the presentation. It'll break down how you can earn money with TWC and become a wealth creator. Once you become a wealth creator for less than $19.99 a month, less than $19.99 a month, which is a tax write-off, by the way. Now, what you can do is, that's number 1. You can now, because you legally, ethically, and morally have a home-based business, you can now adjust your W-4, fill out a new W-4, turn it into human resources on Friday or Monday. And if you don't know how to do that and what the number should be, you want an ex-IRS auditor, myself, to walk you through it legally, ethically, and morally. Go to thesdeals.gr8.com. Again, that's THESE deals, DEALSARE.GR8.com. These deals are gr8.com. Look for the tax program. Sign up for that webinar. Only $49 one time. Now you got a W-4 to turn into human resources tomorrow or Monday. Okay? And then last but not least, now you have the Debt Eradicator Program. You're now going to get this extra money. Go ahead and fill out the form. Make it. Bruce had it on the screen all this whole time. You should have been copied it. If you need to go back and replay and watch this, and let's go ahead and eradicate debt. Remember, you're the head and not the tail. You're the lender and not the borrower. You're from above and not below. You have total prosperity in every area of your life. And remember, you can definitely do anything. This is the time to be paid in full and to pay stuff off in full. No more bad debt. If it's not making you any money, don't go out there and get that car note. Don't go out there and get that furniture note. Don't go out there. It's a game that you say to yourself, I got to stop this perpetual spending, this foolishness. I got to stop it because I got to create wealth. So you can put that extra money to enjoying and having memories, going on trips with the family, investing in real estate, investing in Bitcoin, investing in things that's going to grow your money, but being able to spend time with your family, your loved ones, and treasure, because definitely all we got is one another, and we got to get on top of this, guys. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I gave you the websites to go to. I'm going to also put them down below. When I edit this in the next 24 to 48 hours, it'll be there. Definitely by this weekend. Give it to Saturday. I edit these videos and put the websites down below, the resources down below for you. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, and you say, Jean, I need to book a 15-minute consult with you, just go to the Luck Firm LLC. Bruce can drop that right now. TheLuckFirmLLC.com. TheLuckFirmLLC.com. That's TheLuckFirmLLC.com. TheLuckFirmLLC.com. Go there and get your free 15-minute consult. I definitely would love to work with you, whether it be dealing with taxes, finance, wealth creation, helping you in your business, helping you to grow your business, grow your brand, rebrand yourself like we did and made 6 figures in 4 months, did it again in 3 months, and on track to earn multiple 7 figures this year. I don't say that to impress, but to impress upon you that this is the time to bust a move. But it's time to work differently, think differently, and don't get caught up in all the mess that's going around you. Stay focused. Don't get caught up. Okay? With that being said, my name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am your wealth creator. Guess what? You're a wealth creator too. And that you can have, be, do anything. Please click like, share, subscribe, hit the bell on my fan page on YouTube. Please like the page, share, leave comments below, and make sure you subscribe to our show. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you take immediate and massive action. I'll see you soon. Take care.